Today we are talking Renter's Insurance 101. I'm Justin.
And I am Aaron.
And this is the Phoenix Insurance Channel, where we hope to help you understand insurance just a little bit better. And today we're talking renter's insurance.
You're renting an apartment, renting a house, whatever you're renting, if it's residential space, you should have renter's insurance.
Absolutely.
Apartments will try and offer you renter's insurance. They may have some policies that can absolutely cover you. You have to understand apartments want you to have renter's insurance so that they are protected. They really don't care if you are protected.
That's what renter's insurance is really for. So when you buy from your apartment complex, they're going to lean heavily on your liability side of things, because that's where they're concerned. You're going to throw a party and they're going to get drawn into the lawsuit. So that's what they're focused on.
Yeah.
You buy an insurance policy from an insurance agent, they're going to talk to you about covering your stuff, which is the most important part.
Absolutely. The liability in a renter's policy is really cheap. It is the cheapest part of the policy. The big premium that you should be paying is for the property damage. And that's where big companies out there that network with apartment complexes differ from working with an insurance agent. They're going to charge you, let's say, $10 a month for your renter's insurance coverage, and you're gonna have $5,000 total worth of coverage for all of your personal property. Whereas if you go through an insurance agent, you might find a policy for $15 a month that has $25,000 for your personal property and every bit of the liability coverage your apartment wants to see to make sure that they are properly protected.
So we're going to talk about this insurance going down the declaration page like you might see it. So we're going to start with your property coverage, and that is your stuff. Everything from your socks to your pots and pans to your really nice dress shirt, that's your personal property. And so that number you've got to choose. And there is no standard number for this on a renter's policy, so you have to decide.
There's the minimum. The minimum in most states is going to be $25,000. If you're someone who likes nice things, you might find that you have a lot more than $25,000. Maybe you're someone who just buys furniture at the garage sale. No judgment, did it all day. I didn't need that much coverage, so $25,000 might have been fine for me. So you got to make sure that you're choosing a realistic coverage. Justin likes to say,
here's the rule of thumb. What number, if I write it on a check for you, you come home, everything's gone, I hand you that check, smile, say thank you, and go out and have a nice dinner. That's the number you need to cover yourself for. There is a deductible involved with that, so you're going to be choosing a deductible. Again, renter's policies are not generally expensive, so somewhere between $500 to $1,000 deductible.
Now keep in mind, with renter's policies, if your plan is to, in the long run, own a home, if in the next year, couple of years that you plan on owning a home, it's going to be very important certainly to have renter's insurance in case something really bad happens. But this is one of those coverages where maybe you want to have it, but you don't really want to use it. If you file a theft claim because your $600 bicycle was stolen off of your balcony, that theft claim, when you go to get homeowner's insurance, is going to increase your homeowner's premium probably by $500 a year times 5 years. So make sure that if you have a renter's policy, it might be smart to just carry a high deductible and think about it for catastrophic purposes only.
Insurance is for disasters.
Yeah.
Just remember that. So next we have medical payments coverage, and medical payments coverage is kind of go away money. You're having a party, your friend Jeannie, she cuts her finger making margaritas. She doesn't need to go to the hospital, but you need to shut her up and $5,000 will do it. Medical payments.
If you have a dog, I can relate. Got one myself. Have had one for a while. When I was renting, I had a dog. This is one coverage that we do see pay out from time to time. Somebody's dog bites somebody else at the park.
You bet.
You got $5,000 worth of medical expense for them. Certainly, a lot of people renting are not going to come up with $5,000 at the drop of a hat. It's pretty catastrophic. So that's something you want to claim on the renter's policy. Beyond medical payments, then you have liability coverage,
which is what we talked about at the top of the video.
Yeah, most apartments want to see $100,000 in liability coverage. Why do apartments want to see that you have $100,000 of liability coverage?
Because if you get sued, they get to know that they're not going to be drawn into it.
If Sally falls down the stairs of your apartment and wants to sue the apartment complex, guess where the apartment complex is going to point her? Right to your door, so that you can use your $100,000 of liability. And why do they want you to use your $100,000 of liability?
So that they don't have to use their millions.
And because their policy is a lot more expensive than your $400 renter's policy.
Now finally, here's a thing and a life hack that most people won't tell you. If you go to the company that does your auto insurance and you ask them for a renter's policy and you get the proper coverage to make sure your tears are dry and that no one will sue you, often the discount for having a bundle with a renter's policy and an auto policy, nearly enough to pay for the entire renter's policy. The discounts for having that package are so great because because the insurance company sees you as a different kind of client. If you don't need a renter's policy, you should certainly talk to your agent about whether it might be worthwhile to get a free one because you have auto with them.
I would especially recommend this if your auto rates are very high, because it's a percentage-based discount. So if you get a 10% discount on your auto policy for having renters, if your auto policy is expensive enough, you do the math, it could very well pay for that policy and give you extra layer of protection.
Absolutely. I hope that helped a little bit. Leave any questions you have down below.
Make sure you subscribe, come back and see us again. Thanks for watching.